Good evening, everyone. My name is Crystal B. I'm with Same Cast Different Day podcast, and welcome to the show.
Welcome. I'm not in the best of mood, so I'm in my room right now, using my phone. But we're here, everybody's podcast will go on.
It will go on. The life
So,
will go on regardless.
welcome to the mid-season finale, right before we close and go into our mid-season break. So, thank you all for joining. Hopefully, you all brought drinks. Did anybody bring drinks? Crystal, did you
Oh,
bring any
God,
drink?
I forgot my drink. Oh, shit. That's what I was at the convenience store and forgot it. Oh, that's what I forgot.
I don't know what to do about your generation.
I can do shots. We can do that.
Oh God. So I have nothing. I've had a busy day. I barbecued some food today. Um, yeah, my life is a bit complicated.
It's a hot mess, huh?
I wouldn't say it's just a hot mess. Some people just don't understand when I'm annoyed by laziness. I guess.
What are
I
you?
guess I guess I should say is kind of tiring when when people make you feel like when it comes to their priorities, you're like priority number 1,000 compared to priority number one
Mhm,
when you live in a whole house with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
mhm. Yep, you should always be a priority. I mean, regardlessly, not on the bottom. Regardlessly,
Yeah.
if you're a part owner or if you're just staying with someone or where else, everyone should be a priority, hands down.
No, it's just the fact that when you ask somebody for something, or it's not even ask. It's like, hey, can you do something for me? Or it's just like for the last couple of weeks, like everything I have asked or requested has been at the bottom of the priority list. But
Because
as soon as somebody else say to do something, it's like they jump up and go do it.
got somebody with old Yeller.
Kind of.
We won't get into details, everyone, so don't worry, we'll be okay. Don't worry.
I
Don't worry.
mean, hey, it's life. We are as real as we can get on this podcast. So, I have no shame in what's talking about what's going on in my life. So,
No, I mean it's what it is. I don't know. I did some landscaping again. Got some more landscaping done. That's my
you,
excitement.
you and your landscaping. Oh, this is my mountain of clothes, by the way. I have a lot of clothes.
You need a dresser.
Oh, I have a lot of clothes and shoes. I have like a whole entire like this shoe rack is nearly as tall as me, and it's all full of shoes. And it only have all the shoes I have on there.
I
Yes.
mean,
Some people like to say that I have a shopping problem, but I don't think I have a shopping problem, darling.
what about your fireworks?
Hey. So everybody knows that I love to watch stuff go up in the air and go boom. They makes
Yeah,
pretty colors. So that's why I have a lot. And
good
that's,
point.
yeah.
Good
But yeah,
point.
so yeah, it's just been a struggle. I can't wait for this weekend coming up because I feel like I need to make some bad decisions this weekend. Um,
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Everybody who I hang out with that's like local, they all
Yeah.
have kids, and one of them have a newborn. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm like the only, like I said on a previous podcast episode, I'm about the only one in my friends circle group that don't have kids. So it's kind of hard to when I have somebody call someone like, "Hey, let's go drink," and like, "Oh, like I'm no baby."
I mean, everybody to their own. Really.
It
Really.
sucks.
Not the end of the world.
It's the end of the world.
It's not the
I'm
end of the world.
telling you, it's the end of the world being the only friend in the group with no kids. All I want to do is go get drunk, and I ain't got nobody to get drunk
I mean, if I was down by Jamie, we wouldn't be far away from him. We'd be on the other side of the district, but maybe within 30 minutes of you.
By the
You know,
way, head over to cafepress.com/samecast different day podcast. These are our official podcast merch, by the way. So right before we went on the air though, I had saw a news story and one of the members of the Black Ink crew, something Emmanuel, I can't think of his name, but he don't did the Michael Vick, y'all. He don't got arrested for dog abuse. He don't did the Michael Vick. I thought the black people learned about the whole, and what happened when you abuse dogs and stuff with Michael Vick, and then you're gonna turn around and you on this reality show, Black Ink Crew, and you're gonna go out here and abuse dogs. What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with people abusing dogs and animals? Now the dog was a vicious dog, and I see if the dog was attacking you, then you beat the hell out the damn dog, the dog attacking you. But if it's just a poor innocent dog just being happy and playful and you just abusing the dog, something the hell is wrong with people.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Ooh, this lady got on this bright ass shirt. This shirt just hurt my damn eye. This shirt is so damn bright that she got on. She looked like she wearing on one of those vests when she working on the side of the construction people be working on the highway or on the side of the highway. That's how bright. Then it had the nerves to be a RX shirt. Where the hell do you get a lime green RX shirt from? That's what I want to know.
I don't think I'd ever want to wear something that bright and shiny. Gotta be honest with you.
But I cannot think of this person's name. Are you able to see me still?
Yeah. I mean,
okay, yeah. So I am not. I'm froze. Great.
You froze.
So I was trying to go look on the thing to look and see, but I guess since I'm on the phone, it doesn't work that way. But one of the topics that I had wanted to talk about. Now, I am a chubby person myself, but this is just something that I see a lot at work, and I need to. Hopefully, they eventually see this, because I need to get this out.
Okay, so just a heads up, Martel's not chubby. I met him in person, actually.
I am chubby.
No, not. No. I mean, like really tall. He's like super tall, and I'm like really short. So I mean,
I am a brick house inside of a warehouse. I am Walmart, Sears, Kmart, JCPenney's, Old World, 3rd Street, all wrapped up into the Amazon warehouse. I am as big as a house.
Okay. But, what are you gonna tell us now?
So there's these employees at where I work at. They don't work in the same department as me, but. Fellas, if you have a large belly, I shouldn't just say fellas, but people who are chubby, period. If you have a large belly or a belly that pops out, can y'all please make sure y'all wear a shirt that fits? There's these people I see at work, and their stomach be hanging off the bottom of their shirt, and I just be wondering, do they feel the breeze down there? Like, do they feel the breeze going across the bottom of their stomach when their stomach is hanging out the bottom of the shirt? And then on top of that, you at work with your stomach hanging out the bottom of your shirt. Do you know how do y'all got somebody, like, do y'all got somebody at home when y'all wake up in the morning, or when you leaving for work, they be like, "Oh no, honey, I think you should go get you a bigger shirt because that one ain't working no more." Something. And the thing about it is, they don't be shamed about it. Like, you is in public with a shirt, with a medium shirt on, with your stomach hanging out the bottom of the shirt. I just be wondering if they can feel the breeze down there.
Probably. So you're saying that they're wearing a shirt size too small. If they get wearing a 1X, they should maybe wear a 2 or 3X.
They be looking like they stuff themselves in these shirts. And then there's one guy, he wears like this one type of shirt that's used for like people when they go like jogging. It's like a I know it's polyester, but it's like like one of those shirts that supposed to like dry.
Yeah, it's like a kind of polyester, kind of a breathable.
Like shirt. A dry thing, so like when you sweat, it's supposed to go to sweat and whatever. So it's this one guy who wears that kind of shirt, and his stomach is always hanging out the bottom of that shirt, and he just be walking. I know that thing, and it be jiggling, and I know he got to feel that stomach jiggling and that breeze on that stomach. Like, why are you walking around like this at your job? Like, I don't get it. It bothers me so much. I be wanting to say something so bad, but when people say when I say certain stuff, and I be trying to talk to people, they say I come off as offensive and rude and mean and stuff. So I don't say anything because I got a reputation for being mean.
So you're just a straightforward person. That's what you are. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, I did tell one employee that his presence bothered me, but yeah. I probably shouldn't have told.
That's.
I don't know. Just when I see him in my presence, it bothers me. It's like I turn a corner and I see him, and every time I see him, I want to kick him in his chin.
I get people like that in my work too. I like to just like they stare at me, and I'm like, "What are you looking at?" Like, what?
Oh no, he doesn't stare at me. I see him first, but just the thought of him being in my presence at that time bothers me.
But what's weird is the person that's always stared at me for so fucking long. Excuse me, I shouldn't swear. So long was all of a sudden nice to me when he was in the break room, which was crazy all of a sudden. But then again, you're on camera. You're on camera, so hey, they got you.
If you're joining us, let us know what you're drinking. I'm drinking wine right now.
Everybody commenting?
It's by D.H. Elliott. The wine this winemaker, the brand of wine that I'm drinking. So yeah, it's a good wine.
Is anyone joining us? I don't see any comments though.
Yes, there are people watching. I can see it on my screen. I don't know about you.
Okay. I don't see any comments over here.
So before we get too far, we got to get into Crystal B's top 3 Facebook news stories.
Let's do this. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Crystal B with your Facebook top 3 head news stories. Let's head to it here. Here we go. Oh, well, Top Gun finally hit the $1 billion global box office haul. So congratulations to Top Gun Maverick. Good job with
I have never seen a Top Gun movie in my life. I don't even know what it's about, but congratulations on the $1 billion.
So that is great that they did that. Number 2 on the list, which we know Martel's going to go into a frenzy. But gas prices aren't leading to less driving yet. Shocking.
Gas is too damn high. It's still $5 a gallon. Well, actually, I paid $4.69 today, so shout out to the Clark gas station on 76 and Blue Mile. But gas is still too damn high. It's too damn high. I had a little over a half a tank of gas, and it still cost me $39 to fill my tank up back on full. I drive a Nissan Altima, a 2020 at that. Gas, my tank ain't that big. Why is gas so damn high? Somebody need to fix the gas prices because gas is too damn high. Fix it. And fix rent prices too, because rent is too damn high too, and property taxes and water bills. So yeah, fix that.
Just drop it all. Drop it all down. Drop it. Just drop it like it's hot, everybody. Just drop that shit right there. So coming up here, and actually we kind of have a split number 1 coming up here. So the middle class minus debt are now trying to get college students low-cost options to actually get into apprenticeship and certification programs, actually help them start paying back their debt. So I'm glad to see that a lot of the college, university institutions are starting to actually put people into like an internship or apprenticeship or certification.
If the government did a better job at trying to educate their people and try to make college less expensive, we wouldn't have these issues on top of that. And then on top of that, a lot of these colleges are just so for profit. And that's something that needs to be done. Like, I don't think an education system should have anything to do with for profit. I don't care how private, if you're a private institution, it shouldn't cost so much money to want to educate yourself. And America needs to fix that. And America also needs to invest in universal health care also.
That's true. So we are talking about the DOJ. So as we said with the election, the electoral group,
Ron Johnson needs to be fired. He tried to send fake ballots to Washington. Ron Johnson needs to be fired.
So the election was corrupt, according so saying from NBC says the election was corrupt. January 6th panel details Trump's DOJ's pressure campaign. So he actually told the Department of Justice, the head honcho, okay, I don't know, that would be the head chief or the chief of the DOJ, told him to pressure to make sure Donald J. Trump was going to win in 2020. So now they are now under scrutiny. They're under fire. So to be honest with you, there was no corruption in the election. there was a lot of fake Republican ballots, including Ron Johnson from Wisconsin. Is also part of it. So I can tell you right now, next Monday, which you won't see this until next week, but we'll follow up a little more into it. So yeah, very, very interesting. Watch out, Republicans. I hate to be honest with you, you guys are not looking pretty right now. Again, we're here. We don't talk a lot about politics. We're telling you that we're unbiased, hands down. If I can tell you right now is when we have the facts, we'll put you out the facts, and that is Crystal B's Facebook top 3 news stories.
I hit the button too fast.
It's all good. So you know what? You know what though? It would be nice though, with that $1 billion they made in that movie. Why don't you go help America with that money?
The hell they is. They said they had to pay Tom Cruise $18.5 million to do that movie. You know them people ain't gonna get it. Like, no, they will help out America, lowering taxes, universal health care, and fixing our education system.
So
that would help America.
To get the universal health care rolling, we have to increase taxes, which is true. Okay, but here's the kicker. Now, just say everyone's got their premiums, this and that, right? This and that. So it would literally, you would not have any more private healthcare anymore, right? Everybody would be covered, even if you are unemployed, or even if you are like disabled or whatever it is. Like you'd still be covered. You'd be completely covered.
Yeah.
Like the bills would not be as expensive. That's true. But again, I'm getting information from our neighbors in Canada. So that's coming from the universal healthcare system they have in Canada. Does it take longer to see certain specialists? It's still different here in America. So when people say universal healthcare is such a bad thing, I gotta be honest with you. You could be anywhere in the world, and you could still set up a specialist and be 3-6 months out before you can see one in America. So it's no different. It really isn't.
One thing that they need to, I was thinking about, they was like, how Tony Evers has signed that bill to stop price gouging on gas. Mm-hmm. That should be the same for car insurance companies, because car insurance is ridiculously high for no freaking reason, just for something in case something happened. Like, there are people who have not had accidents in years or don't have an accident at all on their record, and some of these people, because of where they live at, pay $200 to $300 a month in car insurance. That is ridiculous.
Just because they take an average, insurance companies take an average of your zip code. So they literally take your zip code, and then they take your zip code, and then they'll take an average. So if there's say out of 1,000 people in that area, right? Say 2 people have an accident, 2 out of 1,000, right? Which is less than 1%, right? So why does the other 99 some odd percent, why do they got to pay higher rates because that 1 or 2 people got in the car accident? That's not your fault. That's not anybody else's. It should be off of how your record is. Are you driving cautiously? Are you paying attention? Are you not trying to cause an accident? Are you not, there's situations where you will be part of an accident regardless of the situation. It's going to happen sometimes.
Like, to me, car insurance companies are such a big scam. I'm thinking about starting my own car insurance company just to scam some of this money that they're getting out of people. Because I just, like for instance, Progressive, they charge, like, they start your rates really low because they got your price name when you first start. But every 6 months, they increase your car insurance to a most ridiculous price ever. And then they say, oh, it costs us more money to operate in your area or something like that. But then you guys have millions and millions of dollars to shove into, TV shows. Like, for instance, they sponsor SmackDown every single week on Fox. They sponsor so many TV shows, and y'all giving millions and millions of dollars to these companies to sponsoring them when y'all could be giving those savings to your customers.
Yeah. So, if you took the sponsorship out, if you took it out, that means those companies, those broadcast companies have to pay for their own stuff. They wouldn't get that money. Hey,
so a lot of these shows like Fox, like SmackDown airs on Fox. So Fox pays World Wrestling Entertainment for their services to put out their show on there, so they're getting paid from there. So like the extra money they're getting from like sponsors and stuff like that, that goes directly into whatever show that is or whoever company that is pocket.
So
It goes,
go ahead.
yeah. So it goes directly into their pocket. So it's not like they're paying the networks for this. They're not paying the networks. So if I choose to like, so say like, if I want the NFL to mention my company during their broadcast, like one of their what they call reporters to mention my company during their broadcast, I'm going to pay the NFL for that. I'm not going to pay Fox or CBS or whatever network is in there airing on. I'm paying the company. That money go directly to the company. So I'm like, that money that they're paying, like everybody knows about Progressive and da. You could be giving that money, giving that money to customers for to help them save on their car insurance. But instead, you know, there are some people who are struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, and now they're choosing between. Now they got to choose between buying gas, paying for their car note, paying rent, or now car insurance. And if you don't have car insurance, you're legally not supposed to drive. And then now on top of that, the price of busing is going up, and then they cut a lot of bus routes too. So if you have a job that's farther out, there's a good chance you might not be able to get to your job because there's no bus that go there anymore. So like one of my coworkers, she said she has to walk a good distance because there's no bus stops by her house. So she has to walk at least 10 blocks to get to a bus stop because the buses don't come out to her house. So it's a lot of stuff that goes into that. And like I said, if you don't have car insurance, you're not supposed to be driving. If you're on a car road driving and you get pulled over without car insurance, I believe it's like a $350 ticket. And so now it's like it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't know, the way how things is going right now, something needs to be done. I wish I was alive at the time of the 1970s where gas was 10 cents a gallon, car insurance was probably $4 a month. You know, everything's just so ridiculously expensive right now.
But
and they don't want to increase people pay to be able to have an affordable living, and they wonder why it's so much crime and people out here robbing and shooting to get what they need because it's so expensive to live now.
But that's how billionaires keep you poor. They do that for that reason. They keep jacking it up and keep you at a low pay level, so that way then they don't have to worry about it. They just get their Bugattis, Maseratis, Porsches, all their fancy ass vehicles, their big ass mansions, everything. So no big deal.
Yeah, and then they trying to make it seem like they really care about the people. Like, y'all don't really care about the people. Y'all care about staying rich. They're just like artists who put out music. They know the music is bullshit and don't sound like nothing, but I'm gonna throw a nice dance beat on here because people are gonna buy it because people like to shake their ass. Like, I hate it so much.
But that's what it is. Everyone just tries to think they're gonna make it big doing stuff. And I mean, hey, Progressive can sponsor us, for a few podcasts with $1 million that they dropped out on SmackDown. And hey, Progressive, you know what? This is a shout out to you right now, or any insurance company out there. You know what? You want to sponsor us? Bring it on. We'll put a little advertising out there for you. Why not?
Because I know my car insurance is so damn high. Like I said, I haven't had a speeding ticket, an accident, and the last accident I have is about over 10 years ago. So I have since that moment, like I've had a clean record, no parking tickets, no speeding tickets, no nothing, and yet I'm still paying over $200 a month for car insurance.
And they say the newer vehicle, your insurance is gonna be cheaper. Okay, right now I'm calling baloney on that one, and I'll tell you why I'm calling baloney on this one. Okay, without swearing, I'll tell you why we're calling baloney. One, yes, it has more safety features. Yes, true. You have a lot of sensors, backup cameras, everything like that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Great things. Okay, these are all safety things that they made. The federal government made standard through National Highway Traffic and Safety Association, or the NHSTA, whatever you want to call them. So between that and I do think they're all good things. I think they're phenomenal things, hands down. Where did these safety devices get you cheaper in car insurance? That's my question. By the way,
crazy. That you mentioned, they actually they say because my car has safety features, I got a discount, but they're still charging me $1,500 for 6 months worth of car insurance.
That's nuts.
And like I said, mind you, I have no speeding ticket, no parking tickets, or no accidents since at least in the last 10 years.
And it's amazing that if you drive a vehicle like 10, 15, 20 years old, it's amazing that those vehicles should be like, you should be able like pay hardly nothing for insurance on, right? And there's people out there. Now, granted, if you have a car note, a loan, or a lease, that's where you're paying for that full amount, through the car, having car insurance. But to me, if you got to pay it off and you're just driving the thing, okay, other than maintaining it like you normally got to do every 3, 4, 5, 6,000 miles or whatever it is, whatever your, internal clock your vehicle needs to get oil changes done or get maintenance done. But man, I mean, it's to me, I think it should be just, they should do brackets. Like Lily, once you like hit, like once you go from 16 to 25, all of a sudden you hit 25 and your fucking car, like a car insurance drops. Then you hit that 20, once you hit 30, it's every 5 years. I notice things kind of slowly keep going down.
A lot of people told me once you reach 30, your car insurance get cheaper. After 27, my car insurance has gotten higher.
So then that's not really true then.
No, it's not. It's not true, and then it's not based on your driving record either. Cause like I said, my driving record is pretty good, and I still have a high insurance rate. Like I know somebody who they were involved in 3 accidents in a matter of like 4 years, and yet was paying less money in car insurance than I was.
They have a newer vehicle?
They have a newer. Well, at the time, it was sort of kind of a newer vehicle. But yeah, like I said, my car I have a 2020, and my car has all these safety features, and yet I still pay a high insurance amount.
Yours is not front wheel drive based. It's actually like an all wheel drive system. So I mean, that's another another safety feature. I mean, I
have all wheel drive system. Yeah.
An all wheel drive system is I mean, granted, I understand it does come with more cost. It doesn't decrease gas mileage, but the safety in an all-wheel drive versus a front-wheel or rear-wheel drive vehicle, hands down, is way safer. Hands down, really. I mean, there's people that do drive trucks, but really, what it is, if you had in your zip code, say you had 100 people that drove trucks, and everyone else drives SUVs and cars, with a few minivans. Okay, so what does that determine? If only 1 or 2 people.
Hold on 1 second. If you're watching on my private Facebook page and you're commenting, the comments don't pop up on my thing to see them. So you got to go to this podcast page and watch the stream on there for me to be able to see your comments when you comment. You go ahead.
So to me, it's like to me. I mean, it doesn't mean it's what kind of vehicle you drive. It should be okay. Is it you're not and sometimes insurance companies base it off of how poor, middle class, or rich you live. Because
I think it's because I'm black,
and that's true too. It could be your background heritage, pretty much. I mean, it's wrong.
Because they can't blame it on my credit score because I have over a 730 credit score, so I know it ain't my credit score.
I think that credit score thing is just for the birds.
I swear to God, I think that.
I think it's just for the birds. I think it's just another way. They always come up with these little ways. These millionaires, billionaires, and these stockholders come up with these better ways to try to make it harder for everybody else. What if we made it harder on all you guys? What make you guys $10 an hour? What if we just told the whole Congress what you guys made in the last 50 plus years? Being in Congress. By the way, you now have to donate all that money and pay taxes on all that money. By the way, you'll get double tapped. By the way, and you got to give that to all the people that are in your state. You know that? I mean,
they would never do such a thing. They would rather die than do that.
But you know how many people, the people that are smart and save the money, okay, would just bank it, save it for a rainy day when they need it, But you would have a lot more. The people that are smart about it. There's some people that just go out and buy shit like they don't need, like just don't need stuff. So I would rather bank it and save it for a rainy day or save it when you want to go on vacation. Maybe you'd be like, hey, we're going to take that cruise, or we're going to go out to fly out to wherever. We're going to, I don't know, Punta Cana. I don't know, wherever. I'm just taking out some examples, but I'm saying, me, we talked about this on the last podcast, is that originally George Washington set them up as just people that volunteered their time. They didn't get paid or nothing like that. So they found a way to get greedy and to go underground to make it work so they could get paid. So we fought back in 1776 against the British to have no taxes. Now we're getting property taxes, sales taxes, tax on this, that, and everything else.
And if you live in the city of Milwaukee, you're paying a arena tax, because the residents in the city of Milwaukee have to pay for the new Pfizer Forum that was built. So we just finished in 2020. We just finished paying a tax for what is now known as American Family Field, previously Miller Park. So we were paying. It was a 20-year tax that was imposed on the residents of the city of Milwaukee. So now now we finally got rid of that, and now there's another probably 20-year tax to pay for Pfizer Forum, because the city had to put up I think it was $100 million or something like that. They asked the city to put up to have Pfizer Forum built. So
yeah, but see, the thing is, so Jimmy asked, why do they vote? Why do they get to vote their own pay raises? You know what? That is a very good question, Jamie. And to be honest with you, real quickly, Milwaukee kicked in 50%. But here's the logistics on accounting, on business accounting. I'm going to tell you right now. Again, coming from someone in the background, then Jamie will definitely answer it. Get on that topic. You will pay taxes somewhere. It'll increase, okay? So the city will say they'll pay their percentage or whatever it is, okay? But eventually, all the citizens of that area will actually eventually pay it all for them.
Mm-hmm.
So as they collect your taxes, then that money goes towards that Pfizer Forum. So it doesn't. There's no. Just in case you think that, the city's got X amount of wealth and this and that. No, you're extra.
That's all money they're anticipating from taxpayers.
That's right. So don't think it's such a great thing, to be honest with you. So just get your head in the game. Jamie, now to get on to Jamie's comment here. So why do they get to vote their own pay raises in? Martel, you want to start out?
Because they're idiots. I don't know why they get to vote their own pay. I guess because they're the government, they can vote whenever they want to give themselves their own pay raise. I guess, but I don't think it's fair. I don't think they should better do it. I feel like whoever's the president at the time should determine when pay raises are given to elected officials, or even when it comes to corporations with the board members. I believe the board members give themselves pay raises and stuff. What do the board of directors actually do? Because it always seems like all they do is sit around and they wait for something to happen and they do a vote on something. Or should we merge with this company? Should we buy this? And should we buy that? And have them decision that. What do a board of directors actually do? That's
exactly what you just said they do. Exactly. They're a group of executives, okay? They get together to make decisions for companies.
So they get together to make decisions for companies. So these are not even people who run in a company on a day-to-day basis. So they basically just got an office that they sit in and probably watch TV all day and go golfing, and then wait till they need it for something, and probably making millions and millions of dollars a year.
Yep. So they're just sitting at home and they're running around their Beamers and their G-Wagons and everything else like that. They don't care about the little blue collar workers that are busting their butts off there. They don't care about you. You can be in any position whatsoever. Whatsoever. They just get paid regardlessly. And to be honest with you, they're the federal government and federal state government. They can be like, I need more money. We got to increase tax next year. I need more money. Let's just take an example. Say for some reason, say I'm a lieutenant governor for Wisconsin. We'll just take an example. Say the governor decides, you know what, I'm not making enough money because I really need to add that 4-car garage onto my, I got 3 cars right now. I need to add 4 more cars because I want to buy some old sports cars and more to this and that. Now, to me as lieutenant governor, why does a governor need a pay raise by jacking taxes up on people that are already having troubles paying already? Mm-hmm. First thing. And anyways, what the heck's the point? In my opinion, before anyone would have to raise stuff like that, I would want to know do we really need to do it? Does it really need to happen? Do we really need to,
Right. I mean, I don't think I don't. We did with our governor here before he got in office. The Republicans decided to make us have a powerless governor that's sitting in office right now. And my whole thing is like, so say like, I think we vote for a new governor election is this November or something like that. So say for instance, if Tony Evers loses the election and a Republican is now governor, if they wrote a law or they created laws to limit the governor's power and the Republicans now in office, how do they? It's like it's not like they can write another law to give him his power back, the governor power back. So it's like, so is this going to be like a forever thing where now the governor is just not going to have any sitting governor in Wisconsin is just not going to have any power to do anything because now the our senates and stuff got more control, got more power than the government, our governor. Like I don't even think that's fair.
No, and to me they could actually switch it and be like, you know what, we are going to. You know what? We're going to give all the power back now. We have a Republican governor. We're going to give all the power back, and we're going to take this bill and then just, that's it. Just shred it up.
In order for that bill to like basically disappear, wouldn't a federal judge have to overturn that bill in order for that to happen?
So the Wisconsin DOJ would actually have to file a report stating why it needs to be overturned. It has to be taken to the federal DOJ. Yep, and then the Supreme Court, and then they will make a decision if it's legit to turn it over.
Okay.
Now, right now, I can tell you right now, even if a governor decides to overturn that, so say the next governor decides to overturn it, decides to pursue it as a legal thing against the state, and that these people are not cognitive, to be running, should not be. Their voice should not be the final decision. It's the governor. So if a governor decides to do that, then you'd have the DOJ and the Supreme Court. You'd probably have one of each probably in the state of Wisconsin probably analyzing all of like every single representative, senator, and find out why was this written, who did it, and this and that. Because even Scott Walker could get brought up on trial. And that could even happen. To me, you go into government, watch what you do, the House can pass a law and override it. Okay. I mean, there's always ways around stuff. Thank you, Jamie, for the political insights on us. But I mean, that's just information, but I mean, to me, I think we need to get rid of these people that are trying to override the system, clear it up. Just seriously, stop voting these people in. Just get rid of them. Just get rid of them.
Well, see, what I think the problem is, the reason why we have these certain people in office is because, people who were taught racism growing up, and that in order to keep racism alive, they need to have certain people in power. And because now that these people who were taught racism growing up are now adults, they're still thinking and voting like their parents, because that's how their parents taught them to vote for, supremacy. And
they were groomed for it. They were groomed.
Yeah. So that's why we have these problems. And I agree with you, Jamie. There should be term limits, because I feel like when it comes to senators and senators here, and what else do we have?
Senators and
that represents the state.
You have Senate and
we don't talk about the House, whatever the local House is here in the state. Them people, there should be a limited time that those people are spent. Like far as I can remember, since I was a kid, Gwen Moore has been a senator here in Wisconsin. I don't know what she has done in the last 10 years. I don't know. But even Ron Johnson, he has been around since the 70s, probably holding that same position.
So Ron Johnson didn't get into like about 1996 or 97, like that.
That's too damn long, because I feel like people who were who are boomers, or should I say people who born in like the 40s and 50s that's still around, or in the 40s, I would say 50s that's still around and are holding government positions. I feel like after age 60 at least, or 55 to 60, you should not be able to hold a government position, just on a simple fact because you don't your life experiences don't really matter with what's going on in today's world because you haven't really lived in today's world as a young adult. So if you don't know what's going on in a typical young adult's life, you should not be a government official because you don't know the struggles that their people are going through. Like some of you are wondering, like, oh, why do so many adults still live with their parents? Back then, people can buy a house for $20,000 and can buy a house. And now they wonder why so many people are living at home because houses are $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 for a house now. Apartments now are $2,000. They're like in New York, a studio apartment in New York is $2,000, and they're wondering why people are living at home because today's world is not set up for people to be successful and to make a living. Like back then, you can have no type of education, no type of high school education whatsoever, and still was able to make a living for your family, a life for your family. Now, there's none of that.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
Oh, hey, Tina, how you doing? Hey.
Well, hello. What are we fussing about today?
Oh, wait, I'm using my phone, so the writing is tiny, so somebody got to read it.
Okay, so as a percentage of your income, it was cheaper to buy a house during the Great Depression. That's true. That is very true. Because there was hardly no money going around, and the government, the federal government, had to feed people. They had to feed people. So it was next to nothing. In 1978, and to be honest with you, talk about greed. In 1978, and this is facts. The CEOs of large corporations got together, okay, and found a way to literally leave the middle class and low class workers. Tina's having some technical difficulties. So that your lower class and middle class, okay, these CEOs got together and found a way to drop the bar on them. Right now, today, 2022, a CEO is making over a person at $15 an hour right now, 225% more per hour.
I need you to say that in layman's terms. Okay.
So what that means is that if you took $15 an hour and times it by 225%, okay, they're actually making, so it'd be like a piece of a pie. You have 100%, right, of the pie. All right, Tina? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So as a worker, you're only getting maybe less than, it used to be 25, 30%. You're getting less than 20%. Some are getting 10% of that pie. Where that CEO is getting anywhere from 80 to 90% of that pie. And this is money. This is talking money. Okay? So if we put tables and you actually had a increase in pay and everything else where inflation, everything would keep following throughout from 1978 till now, okay, everyone would be making $25 an hour minimum wage. Now, sounds crazy. It sounds nuts. But as long as you got greedy people on top, you'll never see that 80 or 90% in your pocket because that's got to go to the people up top. That's like we talked about universities and colleges costing so much money where you can go to Norway and I think it's Switzerland or Sweden, and their federal government pays for you to go to college. You want to go, you decide you want to change jobs, you want to get a better degree, they'll pay for it. It comes out of your taxes, okay? Just like your universal health care. But just think about that. You can utilize that tax money, okay, towards things to help people better themselves. It doesn't mean it's what age. It could be 20, it could be 50, 60. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. You know that? You want to change your life? Go for it.
You know what I just thought about?
What's that?
America is not the land of the free.
We're not even number one anymore. We haven't been number one forever. there's our countries that have more freedoms than us.
I mean, down to they even dictate how you even express yourself. Like, I mean, like a lot of people keep on saying, like it's so much, like oh, America has so much freedom. Like we don't. And then in a politically correct world now, you can't express your feelings. You can't say this. You can't say that. They don't even want you to say gay no more in schools.
No.
It's like America censors their population to keep them under control.
Yeah.
Compared to other countries where they can basically say whatever the fuck they want and not be censored.
The UK is a good example. They can swear on public television. If anyone's heard of Graham Norton, which is he's a comedian.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm familiar with him. Yeah,
it is. I think it is the British.
I think he'd be on BBC. That whatever that is, their thing. Yeah.
Which I believe is Channel 4 over there. Again, anyone else in the UK, you can go ahead and Ireland and Scotland can go ahead and correct me on it. But to me, it's like they can swear and laugh about it, and that is just solid. We can just go and just be ourselves.
You can't even give your kids whoopings no more. And they're going to Tori and fuss. Yeah, but you can't give your kids whoopings no more. I don't know. Like, I just feel like, and then with the Karens and stuff, it's like you just can't say, you can't do stuff anymore. Like, compared to the stuff that we used to be able to do in the 90s, and they used that as a reason to try to control so much. Like, to be honest, like, okay, so like, oh, like they were smoking weed in music videos in the 90s. I'm like, okay, but I've never smoked weed. That didn't make me want to smoke weed because I saw somebody smoking weed in a music video. And they try to make it seem like, oh, everything that the kids influence our kids. Well, you know what? Stop raising your kids to be followers. Stop raising them to be stupid.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the problem. Like, and I feel like with the early 2000s, some parents didn't teach their kids right from wrong, and that's the reason why we have dumb adults today.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you couldn't educate them, get to know them. I mean,
that's because they didn't get no ass whooping.
But then you have parents. Okay, you have parents like myself, Tina. I don't know if Tina is part of that too, where you had to put the law down on these kids. I mean, I have a 21-year-old. I mean, you got to put the law down on them, and you actually got to put the law down on them. It's either
you could, yeah, but they still need an ass whooping. That's the problem with this new generation. Like I said, my generation, we survived the crypto, whatever that was in the water. We survived lead paint. We don't survive recession. We don't survive wars. We don't survive the whole bunch of stuff, and we turned out just fine. I'm just saying. And then now they try to talk about you can't make toys with lead no more. You can't make toys with metal no more. You can't put this in the plastic toys. Don't give your baby that because that got this kind of what they call what's the not germ?
BPA?
Huh?
The BPA?
Yeah. Like, this got bacteria. It has this certain bacteria. You know how much bacteria we drunk as a kid? We drunk from the water hose outside. You know how much bacteria is in the water hose? Water. It's a lot of bacteria in that. And we turned out just fine. And our houses had lead pipes. We turned out just fine. Well, except the crack babies. Those are different. The crack babies is different. Why you
I mean,
why Tina looking like that though? So I want to know why y'all ain't bring y'all drink.
I didn't know I was supposed to have a drink. I have water.
I put it in the group chat.
What group chat? When?
Damn it! I thought I started a group. Oh, damn.
No group chat. No, buddy. No.
Oh.
No.
Well, it was whatever group thing that Yeller started. I think I went through that.
No, there's a group chat that you and I and Old Yeller are part of, and that's it. Did you want me to add Tina and Esme into it?
Well, I started a different one then. But yeah, it was supposed to be we was supposed to everybody was supposed to have a drink and we were supposed to sit and chill and have a good time. Y'all, I got pissed off today. I've got the I was going to the barber shop today, and apparently they had some type of bike racing thing on Brady Street, and I'm pissed off. I'm like, who has a bike racing thing on Brady Street? And all these cars are still parked on Brady Street, so this doesn't make any sense why this is right here. So I'm like, y'all got blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks blocked off for nothing. All you saw people walk around in Speedos, in these little Speedos, spandex outfit, biker stuff, and riding bikes in the middle of the street in circles. I'm like, this was just a waste of time, and I was pissed off. And then y'all know I don't know much about the east side of town, so I'm walking around. I'm just walking around. I'm driving around, trying to drive around. So I'm trying to find my barbershop. It was just a mess. It's a mess. But he did a really good job, though. He did a really good job on my hair, though. So shout out to I think it's Muhammad that did it this time. I don't know which one of them did it.
Shout out to the hairstylist that did an awesome.
Yeah, Fabiana's some hair salon. I don't remember the name. Hell, I drink. Oh, y'all go fuck yourself.
Yeller wants to show you some love.
No, I'm mad at him right now. But yeah, I guess we can go into. Deals. Head over to habit365.com. Use code Anthony4 to receive 20% off your purchase, and also head over to repsports.com. That's repsports.com. Use code Martel1 to receive 5% off your purchase. I have forgot. So I guess we can head into final thoughts. So I guess I'll start off final thoughts. I want to say thank you to everybody who watched and viewed and streamed this podcast. Y'all mean the world to us. Thank y'all for supporting us. As we head in, this is the mid-season finale, and we'll be taking a 2-week vacation just to recharge, to get ourselves back together. Let Tina Marie get some homework done. Hopefully, I can get her plastered in between that time. So thank y'all for being supporters of this podcast, and it really means a lot to us. All right, who's next?
Go ahead. Tina, go ahead. Go ahead, Tina.
Super late joining the podcast today.
But you're a mom. You be having mom stuff to do, so it's okay.
I just walked in the house from work. I literally just walked in the house from work. So tired as hell. So do we know what our upcoming topics are, so we can get them kind of a sneak peek of what we're going to be talking about?
So one of the segments is that I came up with. Tina Marie is going to give me a movie from her childhood, because I haven't seen any of those movies. So she was going to give me a movie from her childhood to watch. So I ain't never seen them original Disney movies that's from the 50s and 60s that she likes. I ain't never seen none of those.
Disney, okay.
So she's gonna pick a movie for me to watch, and then we're gonna I'm gonna give a review on it and my thoughts on it and how much I hated it, probably. And then also JB, who from Tales from the podcast, who did this the comic book Tales of Shock and Terror, will be on the podcast during the later half of the season. Also, his co-host Chuck Nasty will be joining us later on the next season. Also, yeah, Chuck Nasty is hilarious.
Nice.
Right. Tina got to finish. That's right.
I mean, that's my final thought right there.
Oh,
looking forward to the upcoming episodes.
All right, Crystal, you got some prostitution on your mind?
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, we'll be on a break. First of all, I'd like to take a moment and say I appreciate everyone that has been watching us. I'm glad that these two are putting up with me. That is so nice of them to deal with me, because something else, a handful. According to Martel, that was actually when we got off the plane. because I was bitching the whole time of how cold it was wearing a dress in November.
I mean, nobody told you to wear a dress in
In
November.
the parking ramp. I was a little pissed off. Let's just leave it at that, but that's okay.
That's only because I might have forgot where I parked my car at. I'm one of those people. I lost my car at the airport. Yes, I lost the.
I was not happy camper. Let's do that. But you know what, though? Once we got off the plane and we got in his car, it was all. Even though it felt like it took years to get to my house, because he's like, "Are we there yet?" I'm like, 30 minutes, buddy. 30 more minutes. He's like, "Oh, already? Come on, hurry up. You live too far away from me." I'm like.
It was the longest. It felt like the longest drive of my life.
It was an hour. It was an hour drive. It was an hour drive.
Oh, so speaking of, if anybody want to join me, Tina, in February for Vegas, I'm putting it out there so that way she got to start planning it. So y'all want to join us in February for Vegas? Make sure y'all inbox Tina Marie.
I'm not. You better not. You trying to get people cussed out?
Well, I'm not going.
Because it's a friend's trip.
I'm a friend. I'm Tina's friend.
No, you're a spouse now, so that you not can't go on a.
I forgot all Yeller. By the way, Jamie and I will be out there for her divorce party in February, so we'll be there too.
So it's a friends thing. You're not a. You can't be a spouse now, so you don't count. You can't go.
You went outside with brother?
So
That's boring.
I guess thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Saint Cast Different Day Podcast. Hey, Torian, how are you? So thank you all for tuning in to this episode. We hope to see y'all when we on episode 11 of part 2 of season 6. So we hope y'all join in for that. We will see you all in about 2 weeks. And by the way, make sure y'all have a happy 4th of July. Hopefully everybody enjoys the rest of Pride Month. Hopefully everybody had a nice Juneteenth. I don't know what other holidays is going to pass, but and happy Summerfest. Kickoff of Summerfest starts today, and if you're in the Wisconsin area, Summerfest started today. So Summerfest started. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Same Cast Different Day Podcast, and we will see y'all in 2 weeks for part 2 of season 6.
Ow.